he is getting ground ball outs. Their people aren't hitting the ball in the air, and that's basically thanks to his best pitch probably in baseball, which is his splitter, which... Hello everybody, welcome back to the 450 Dead Sano channel. Chris here with Daniel, and we're talking Blue Jays today.
Obviously, I mean the season's in full swing. I'm sunburned as heck from being outside.
It's not even hot outside. I don't even know how.
Summer's going good.
Yeah, everything's going good. We just had a practice, our first practice of the year that finally wasn't rained out. So yeah, it's feeling good, feeling good. But today I'm also feeling good because the Toronto Blue Jays won the series again against the Houston Astros, and we still have not lost the series yet.
I mean, knock on wood that we can go the whole year with that.
Ooh, what would the record be, like 120 wins or something? Like, that's unbelievable.
It would be something ridiculous if they do that. But I mean, what, they're first place in the AL East, right?
No, the Yankees are in first place because they played Baltimore, Detroit, Cleveland, Kansas City, and swept them all. I think they're on a 9 or 8 game win streak right now.
Yeah, that sounds about right. They played a bunch of easy teams.
Exactly. And who have we played? Boston, New York, Boston, Houston. Like,
some really good teams. But I mean, and out of those really good teams, Chris, one thing that's really been shown is the pitching. And as we're going to talk about in this video, so definitely stick around, how the Jays have possibly 2 future Cy Youngs on this team this year. 2 nominations, one of them could be the award winner.
Well, I believe the Jays arguably have probably the best pitcher in baseball in 2022 right now with Kevin Gausman, unless you want to throw in maybe Pablo Lopez on the Marlins, but that's in a different league. So Gausman's been unbelievable so far. And I don't know if you have his stats up, but if you can read them off.
Do. I actually, I did pull them up before because I knew we were talking about it. So right now he's 2-1 with a 2.27 ERA in 5 games, and he's got 31 innings pitched, 41 strikeouts with a WHIP of .98, which like
don't forget,
it's still early. He's only been through 5 games or whatever, but still .98 is solid.
And how many walks, Daniel? How many? 0.
Yes,
yeah, he hasn't walked a batter.
As well, he has not given up a home run yet this year.
I saw a stat today. I forget what the actual stat was, but it was like the first time or the longest since some old dude that you haven't walked a batter or given up a home run in like a specific amount of innings pitched, I think it was. And Gausman was on that list.
He's got, I just found the rest of the stats. It was kind of hiding on me. He's only allowed 30 hits this year in 31 innings, which is like
literally a whip of basically 1.
Under 1, as we mentioned. He's only given up 9 runs this entire year. And like we said, the big thing is no home runs, no walks, no hit by batters. I mean,
like the real thing about Gausman is that he is getting ground ball outs. Their people aren't hitting the ball in the air, and that's basically thanks to his best pitch probably in baseball, which is his splitter, which everybody strikes out on. Like, you can even sit that splitter and you're still going to swing and miss, or best case scenario, you'll hit a pop-up or you'll ground out. So he's been so good. Even when you
hit the ball hard, that splitter hard, it's a hard ground ball.
Exactly.
Like there is no way you can get that ball when he locates it, to be fair. There's no way you can get that ball in the air. That splitter is, I don't know what happened to him, because when he was on Baltimore, right? He was, I don't want to say he was terrible, but he was like maybe average pitcher. And then all of a sudden he goes to San Francisco, and now he's elite.
Exactly, and the Jays have him for 5 more seasons, which is absolutely wonderful, and I think he is one of the leaders for the Cy Young right now, and he could arguably win it if he keeps this up, especially if he's just not walking anybody or giving up dingers.
I mean, the fact that, especially in a league in an era where the home run is such a big thing.
Except this year, actually. Home runs are down, which sucks.
I mean, way to ruin my point there, Chris.
My bad.
Typically, the home run is such a big thing, and this guy hasn't given up a home run all year. So, I mean, whatever he's doing is working. I don't know if it's maybe the pitch comm's helping him, because I know that's a new thing in baseball, and it seems like a lot of pitchers are using it. I know a bunch of the Jays use it, and makes the game go by faster, which is one thing I love about Gausman, by the way, is he finishes a game pretty quick.
He does. And I've noticed that a lot of batters are like stepping out more because they don't have time to get ready in the box because of the pitch com. Because when
Yeah.
the pitcher's already walking up to the mound, Danny Jansen or Kirker's like, oh, number one, I want splitter. And like before he even gets on the mound, he knows what he's throwing. So he can just get the grip and throw it basically, which is good for the game, I would say.
And I mean, like we talked about, the pitch com here is only benefiting Gausman, I think, because
Mm-hmm.
once it's hard for a pitcher when they're in a tempo to like not continue. You know what I mean? Like when they're in a
Mm-hmm.
tempo and they're throwing good, they're gonna throw good. So I feel like Gausman, when he gets in his rhythm, he's almost unhittable.
Exactly. And if he keeps this up, like I said, like he is right now the Robbie Ray replacement, and he's for 5 years gonna be that, which is fantastic. And I'm loving everything I'm seeing from Kevin Gausman. But Daniel, I'm also loving what I'm seeing from Alec Manoa.
I mean, I was gonna bring this up as soon as you were done here. I know you
Mm-hmm.
said Gausman is your pick to win the Cy Young right now
Well, mine was
nomination,
mine
but
was
I mean,
Barrios, but yeah,
Barrios at the start, he's been a little rocky, but
yeah,
Manoa is unreal. Honestly, I
he's
think this guy
disgusting.
is I think he's legit. Like
He's so
he
good.
is so good.
Where did he
So good.
come from, man?
I have only
Like what,
I can
nine
tell you where he
innings?
came from. He came from the 2019 draft where the Jays got him with the 11th overall pick.
Oh yeah, I knew that. But like he missed out on a year because of COVID, and he's like, you know what? I'ma just be elite. That's just what he does.
I mean, Manoa here, I have his numbers up here. He's 4-0, but like then again, wins and losses don't mean
He's
much.
got more wins than Cincinnati.
Yeah, poor Cincinnati fans. He's 4-0.
Oof.
He's got a 1.44 ERA. Hiccup, excuse me. He's at 25 innings pitched, 15 hits allowed, four earned runs, 7 walks, 2 home runs allowed,
Hmm.
and 25 strikeouts. So he's basically striking out one person in an inning.
Yeah, he's has a really good K per nine, and I believe the only 4 runs that he's given up are just two-run home runs, which sucks
Yep.
because yeah, those are the only two things that's really been hit very hard against him. And Manoa is a pitcher that pitches in big games. Like the Jays made Manoa the fourth starter this year, so he can get majority of his starts against the Yankees, which is a team that he absolutely dominates. And I believe he's only given up what was it, 2 runs to the Yankees this year on a short porch dinger. So
He is an animal on the mound, and I want to throw out here. We were just mentioning Gosman's whip was a .9. Well,
mhm.
Manoa's .8.
That is unbelievable. Like less
That
than a
is,
batter an inning is getting on base.
and it's still early. Keep in mind, he's only done 4 games, but still, I mean,
But
we're getting to the point where it's um it's starting to look like the players that are going to perform are going to perform now, and the ones who are tailing off are going to tail off. If that makes any sense.
yeah, I get what you're saying. Like we all thought maybe at this time when we were in 2020 that the pitcher who would be doing this would be Nate Pearson, not
Yes.
Manoa. But it's Manoa, which is a massive surprise. And he's not one of those pitchers that you would think would be completely dominant because he maxes out at 97, but like he averages around 95, 96, 94. But in these days, that's a very hittable pitch, but it's his other pitches, which I believe he's got what, a changeup, I think it is, which
Changeup and
is
a slider, I
yeah,
think,
which
and
is
and I think his
nasty.
slider is just a wipeout one.
It's
That
disgusting. It has so much
it's
movement.
I will die on this hill saying that Manoa got robbed. I think of the rookie of the year last year. I
I
think he
wouldn't
got
say he
robbed
got
of
raw. I think he just
he
came
got
up
robbed of that's
slightly
right. He
bit
got
too
robbed of a
late.
nomination.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
he
he got
definitely should have got
nominated.
nominated if you ask me. I
I
think
think he
if he
got
made the
nominated.
playoffs and maybe if he pitched in the playoffs, he probably could have got nominated.
And I still think he would have been. Personally think he was the rookie of the year last year. I'm gonna hold that opinion. I
Hmm.
don't know who won. I can't remember who won it, but
I believe it was the Houston pitcher. I think it was.
yeah, I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah.
Manoa to me was way better he made much more of an impact in his short stench than anyone else did.
No, it's
Amazing.
true. Like I don't know what his WAR was, but because every stat page has WAR weighted differently, but he won us games, and I believe he's still undefeated at Rogers Center. So if we can bring Alec Manoa into the Rogers Center during the playoffs, even a wild card game, or the wild card series, if it comes to that now, like I'm just gonna chalk that up as an automatic win.
His energy is something else, and this guy feeds on anything. He feeds on the hate from the Yankee fans.
I love it.
He fed on like Jay's support. He was feeding on when like the umpires were screwing him over. Like this guy feeds on anything, and I love it. I
Exactly.
love the competitiveness of him on the mound.
Exactly. I would say he's like a Strowman, but like not as hot-headed, basically.
He reminds me a lot of Strowman's personality.
And like
But you
temper on the
take
mound, but
like
like good, I would say.
yeah, you take Strowman's personality and then you take like Halliday's pitching style.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of mesh that together
You get
and
a
add in a
god.
little bit of Ricky Romero there.
And don't forget, Buddy's 6'7", like
Yeah.
280. Like he's a
And
beast
you
up there.
gotta remember too, it's his second year in the league.
Yeah, guys.
Like we have at least 5 years more of this quality here, as long as he
And
stays healthy. But
exactly. So if you were to
I'm,
pick between Manoah and Gausman right now to win Cy Young at the end of the year, who would you back more?
I mean, if we're taking their stats right now,
Mm-hmm.
you'd be stupid not to give it to Gosman. The guy hasn't given up a home run all year,
Or
like
walk, yeah.
or a walk.
Yeah.
At the end of the year, I'm back in Manoah. I see
Okay.
Manoah. I mean, I had the prediction that Gosman, Manoah, and Brios were all going to be Cy Youngs at the end of the year.
I mean, 2 for 3 is not bad so far.
And I'm 2 for 3 so far in this impact, and I'm gonna back Manoah being the Cy Young. This guy is lights out, and I think coming down the stretch, I mean, still early, but we're getting into the dog days of June, right?
I
Soon
mean, we're
in a
not even
month.
in, we just started May, but yeah, I get
But
it.
we're getting into the hot part of the year, right? Where
Mm-hmm.
the fatigue starts to wear in and all
Bullpens
this,
start to
and
crumble.
exactly, and you start to see who's a contender, who's a pretender, who's a disappointment again, Baltimore.
Mets? No, no, they're good
And
this
that
year. Yeah,
oh, that's a
it's
good.
not like dog days of August when the Mets start metting. So
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. But I mean, we're coming into the important parts of the season, and I'm back in Manoah. I would give this guy the ball right now for the Jays. I think he's the best pitcher.
yeah, and I mean, if Barrios can maybe limit, I guess, the more pitches in the first inning, then he's effective. And the three-headed monster that we have right now, with, I mean, I would say Gosman's the number one, Manoah number two, but Barrios number three, just currently at the moment by the way they're pitching. Like
Yeah,
that is a perfect 1, 2, 3 combo who you have complete trust in a best of 2 or 3 wild card series.
I think we gotta give credit to the man behind all this, and I really do think Pete Walker is actually a genius. Like this guy is.
Where did he do this from?
I
Like
don't know where he did
unbelievable.
this from, but he just keeps turning pitchers into like Cy Young contenders.
Hmm.
And I don't know if maybe it's because they're learning from each other or what, but whatever they have in this atmosphere, this chemistry, this connection, I guess is the word between them. It's working.
Hmm.
This is legit for the Jays, and I mean the AL East better watch out.
Yeah, and I think it does have to do with the fact that one, obviously Pete Walker's a god, but
Yeah,
also the fact that if you do give up a run, there's not really much pressure on the pitchers because you know the Jays team is going to come back. Like we saw on opening day, we were down what 7-1, 7-0.
yeah,
We won that game. And the offense hasn't even clicked their stride yet, and we're still winning all these one-run games because Barrios is giving up zeros, Gosman's throwing basically complete games, Manoah's throwing like 7 innings of like 1 or 2 less runs. So when we score 3 runs, like I feel confident that we're gonna win these games.
and that's so nice to say. We haven't been able to say that in a while. Even last year with the team, yeah, the bullpen was terrible, but I mean the starting pitching wasn't great.
I mean, it
It,
was definitely better after the trade deadline,
yeah,
but before that,
but like
like
at the start of the year, it
Zoik was
wasn't like
starting.
yeah, it wasn't fantastic. I mean, like
Hmm.
Ray was Ray, right?
Good, yeah.
And Ryu was Ryu. He's
In the
Ryu. He's
first,
still a quality. He's
in
a
the
quality
first half,
pitcher.
yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, but everyone else is like at that point we had what CJ Zoik,
I mean,
Anthony
Mats
K,
was solid at some points.
Matt. I mean the improvements now. These two that we're talking here, Manoah and Gosman, are legit. Like
Hmm.
I'm just waiting for everyone else to pick up on it.
Yeah, like Manoah, he just doesn't get the respect that he deserves. Like maybe come
I'm
the All Star
telling you, he
break.
got robbed last year of AL Rookie of the Year. I don't care if that's
Hmm.
biased or not or what. I don't even know who won it off the top of my head. I can't remember. I think it was
Framber Valdez or Luis
I think
Garcia or
it was
whatever, one
probably
of the
Framer
two.
Valdez or
Whoever,
whatever,
whoever
but I
pitched
don't
today,
care.
I forget. Yeah.
I don't care for whatever Framer Valdez or Wander Franco or whoever the heck it was. Manoa should have
He
been
might win
one
this year.
nominated and two. I thought he should have won it. That guy made such an impact for the Jays last year, and he's doing it again this year.
Exactly, exactly. And I think this is a good time just to wrap it up here. You know, we've been speaking about the pitching rotation or the top two. But I also just want to give just a quick shout out to also Ross Stripling, who's just come out and actually been quite solid. I got to give it to him. Like, personally, right now, I'd actually rather see him start than Ryu, which is kind of sad. But I mean, also Kikuchi's been all right. Like, if he throws his fastball more, he can really tie up hitters. Like, he throws 97. Like, use your weapons, dude. Stop throwing off speed.
I think Stripling's a nice buffer, and he's gonna continue to be this buffer for the entire, which I love.
It's
and
perfect.
I think it's only a matter of time before Ryu fixes his stuff. I really do.
Yeah, I think this little like break or injury that he had is gonna help him.
It's just a hiccup. No need to be like an alarm yet. Wait till at least the end of May, and then you can decide.
Yeah, then you sound the alarms. But guys, let us know in this comment section down below who you think's gonna win the Cy Young this year between Manoah or GAUSMAN. Obviously, there's other people, but this video is about the two of them. With that being said, everybody, see you guys next time. Goodbye.